Hi, Mick McQuaid here with the third of 3 videos to introduce hcin620. Welcome to the course. In the first video I went over the syllabus, in the second video the study guide. In this video I would just like to introduce my courses, which is going to be used for quite a bit of this course. So I only use a portion of my courses though, so there's no sense in navigating around it and looking for things when I can just tell you what I use. So the first and most important section that I use is the section called content. So for content, there is a syllabus section, so that's obviously where you get the syllabus. A lecture notes section, that's obviously where you get the lecture notes. A miscellaneous section, and this will include some additional readings and things that I'll put there as time goes on. Then there is a section for each week of the course, and let's take a look at week 1. So currently week 1 tells you to read something, it tells you what's due, and it's got some videos. It doesn't have this video yet, but it has the other two introductory videos right now. So, and then for each week you should take a look at the My Courses content section. It tells you what to read, what you should do in your group. You're going to have to form a project group, and you're going to have to do something with that group every other week. There's pretty much going to be something due for that group every other week. And so it tells you also what's due. And then there may be files, additional files there, although probably any additional files I'll just put in the miscellaneous folder, because what happens is that although you can see these sections of my courses, you can't download any of the files in them until the date that's listed here begins September 5th. So I would only put a file here if I only wanted you to be able to download it on or after September 5th. Okay, and they're only the first 4 weeks, but there will be all 16 weeks of the course will be listed here, so it's going to be very important for you to go over that. Another area that's important is the Dropbox. So a main way that we'll communicate via the exercises and milestones is via the Dropbox. So first you can see the places for the exercises to be submitted. There are a couple of exercises that aren't listed as being due and aren't listed on the grade sheet. So I'll explain about those exercises later. Then the milestone prototypes, and then you're ultimately going to have to do a peer eval of your group, of your semester-long project group. So then the next thing that's important, let's see, is discussions. Discussions is of less importance. There was going to be a self-introduction discussion, but last semester I found I didn't get that much out of the discussion section. The reason is that it's not very much like a conversation. And what you need to be able to do about design is to have a conversation. And this discussion section is a very stilted way of doing that. In fact, I think that's probably the biggest limitation of the online version of the course, is that we don't have a built-in mechanism to have conversations. So I urge you to come and talk to me and to talk with your classmates and to hold conversations about design, to talk about not just the work that's due, although certainly talk about that, but talk about design in general. So there will be this self-introduction discussion, but not much else. Then the grades section is actually linked to the Dropboxes, so you'll know what your grades are soon after submitting each item, and you'll get feedback in the Dropbox. So be sure that you read that feedback, because that's going to be the main way that I have to talk to you about what I think of your work. So once you have submitted something and it's been graded, you should be able to go back here, and I'll at least say, if I don't have anything else to say, I'll say, good job, or try a little harder, or something brief like that. But and there isn't a mechanism there for having a conversation either. Like, I give you feedback, and then you can sort of I don't think you can answer the feedback. I think that you can just send me an email or submit another file to the Dropbox or something like that, which is a big hassle. So, but anyway, so these are the sections that I want you to know about. The content section, the Dropbox, where you'll also get feedback, you'll also see your grades, the discussion section, and the grades section. We'll use the quizzes section for the final exam at the end of the course, but you don't have to be concerned about that now. And then I typically don't use the other sections, and I just have not removed them from the menu here. I probably should learn how to do that. The class list might be useful. The groups I don't use. So I don't use groups, I don't use chat, I don't use surveys. So don't worry about those sections, but be very attentive to content, to the Dropbox, at least to the first discussion, and maybe we'll do more if we need to in grades. Thanks for your attention, and I look forward to a productive semester.